Hey, you guys, I'm Shavana, for those of you who don't know, and this could go one of either ways. It's not going to be your typical, I guess, training, maybe, because, I know that's what we've been doing, and I just want to pour into you guys a little bit to the best of my ability. So that's what I'm going to do. The title of this training is going to be called Move Your Feet. And when do you begin to shift? I guess in your business, in life, whatever it is you're going through, fit it where it's needed. But it's move your feet. And when do you begin to shift? So as you all know, we're all basically paid storytellers, right? We get paid to share our journey, to share things that we go through, things we like, things that work, all that type of stuff. But for me, I guess the stage that I'm in now that I'm hoping to help you guys with is being able to know when to shift through your seasons and how to go about doing that a little bit easier. When I first started, I was in a season, I was full-time working mom, full-time job, 3 babies, all the things, single parent, all the things. And my story was I want to come home to them. I want to be able to work from home, full-time family, all of those things. So that's what I shared about. That's what I talked about. Those were my goals at the time. So imagine when you finally achieve those goals, you're going to have to go through a shift to achieve them in the first place. Like where to set your focus, what daily actions need to be taking place, how to begin to share into social selling in the first place, because I was brand new. I've never came from another company. I've never done anything like this. It was all out of the comfort zone. Didn't know what I was doing. And I went really fast. Like I kind of blew it kind of fast, but I had no idea of how to lead people, how to, sell on social media and all the things. So you can imagine with my lack of knowledge, your girl plummeted. Like, I'm just gonna be real. Like I went like, boom, so I was a bit overwhelmed. And that's when you have to get real with yourself and you realize what is it that you want out of this business? What do you want to do for you? Are the goals that you started with worth actually working for? So I know when I would sit at the job and I would be sharing me going to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting up 3 a.m. to take my kids to my mom's house. And if you know, that was hard. Waking them up at 3 o'clock, she had to take them to school, or the dads had to take them to school. It was just a whole stressful situation. So when I shift my focus into really making this business work for me and letting go of the job and coming home to them, I got a little lax. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was like when you finally get the carrot and then you're just like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna chill for a second. And that's fine if that's the stage of your business that you're in. Like, we're not knocking anybody here. We'll love you where you're at. But I knew that I wanted more than just to come home to them. I just didn't know how to go about getting it. So once I got it, it's like, okay, what do I do now? I've achieved all the goals I've been sharing about. I've achieved far more than what I thought I could have done in the first place. So I got stuck, I guess. And I hate saying stuck, but like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. You feel like you're stuck. You're at a standstill. What now? All of those type of things. Have you ever known exactly what to do, but you didn't do it? I did that a lot. Like I know my IPA so well. I know what to do when my feet hit the table. If I didn't post for the next 2 days, I guarantee you my audience would know she got up, she took her capsule, she took her kids to school. Like I was out back with my dogs. Like they know my life hands down. I share so consistently that people should be able to know what you're doing, even behind the scenes when they don't see you. That's how you share your story. And I feel like I shared to the point to where I didn't know what else to share. That's the season of my business I'm in now. Because it's like, how do you go to the next level? If you've achieved the goals and everything that you're working for, how do you share how to move beyond that if you don't know yourself? And that's what I've been trying to work on overcoming. And hold on, y'all. I just had to take it back to the beginning. As Paul said, when I was thinking about him talking a second ago, Paul always says, go back to the beginning. What's the beginning for him? VIP 800. For me, it was why I started the business in the first place. Okay, it was the products for me. So I think, would I ever stop? Because you begin to doubt yourself a little bit. You think, can I actually go to the next level? Can I actually rank up? Am I actually that type of person that can lead people into how to start a business, how to become a better person, personal development, self-growth, all the things. So when I take it back to the beginning, it was the products for me. So I lean into that. That's what I've been doing a lot more lately, leaning back into why I started in the first place. But my why is not the same. That is the tricky part. When your why changes, you change with it. You have to be able to roll with the punches and adjust, because when I first started, like I said, it was all about my babies. It was all about coming home to them. But now that I'm home with them every day and I have my babies right here at their beck and call, what do you do now? Besides run out the back door. But we're not going to talk about that. So now I began to shift my focus into not what I'm trying to achieve, because that why no longer gets me out of bed in the morning. It no longer compels me to give it all that I've got, because I've achieved it. And I've noticed about me, I'm not a person that runs for the carrot. You know how sometimes promoters start and stop in the business, and then I call them part-time promoters, because they'll come back when there's like a sale, or like, there's something going on, there's some money on the line, rank advancements, all the things. They're ready to jump back in. You get excited, you feel that fire, but that's fleeting. Like once you get the carrot, you're just going to fall off again. You got to dig a little bit deeper than that. And what I've realized about myself is what motivates me is everything that I won't get if I quit. My biggest fear is losing the dream, not just the goals, the daily goals. Oh, I want a customer. I want the next rank, and all those goals are great. And I'm working for them. I work for them every single day. But I mean, the things that I want deep down inside that I know without this business, I'll probably never achieve. The lifestyle that I want to live, so that I know that if I quit and I'm not giving it my all and I fall short, I won't get those things. I won't see my dad get to retire early. I won't get to see, like anything that I thought that I wanted to achieve for us for the future, not just money, but like the lifestyle that we get to live, the trips I want to be able to take my family on and not have to go paycheck to paycheck or wait on a tax check or any of those things. I won't get those things if I give up on myself or I don't give it my all. So now I've shifted into that stage in life to where I don't need a carrot to motivate me. I don't need any of the extras. You have to be able to want it from within, if that makes sense, because the things that happen on the outside, people are going to come in your business, people are going to leave the business. There will always be the next hottest promoter. And I thank God that I've never been the type of person that looks left or right, not as far as like rank advancement or what your check's looking like, none of that type of stuff. I'm in a stage in life where I'm like, my new struggle is, what kind of leader do I want to be? What type of person do I want to bring into this business with me? How am I going to lead them to the next level if I'm not sure of how to get to the next level myself? And I've come to realize it wasn't how many customers, it's not the amount of volume. It's nothing like that. It is, let me see, I wrote it down. I want another me. And I don't mean like I want somebody who's going to come in and do exactly what I do. I want somebody who's going to be able to know that they've hit that wall and now they're ready to jump over it, go through it, dig a hole under it, or whatever it's going to take to go to that next level. I want those type of people. I want the type of people that I can battle with. That if you know my upline, which I'm sure everybody does, me and her battle all the time. We hardly ever just right off the back agree. We have to talk about it. We have to work through it. And I would rather work with somebody who will tell me exactly what I do not want to hear, regardless of how I may or may not feel about it, than work with somebody who is just going to roll over because that's the easy thing. Sometimes you have to be willing to have the hard conversations. Those are my type of people. And I can take constructive criticism. I've always had to do so. And when I thought about it, I thought about, hello, story time. I thought about my boss from my previous job that I was working at. And I've worked with him for such a long time. And I think I said this on Zoom that I did before, but he would always get on to me, y'all. That man would ride me like it was nobody's business. And then I felt like he would let the other people slip through the crack. And I used to always wonder, and I asked him one day because I really got like, I had just had enough. And I asked him, like, why are you always on me? But then the same things you expect out of me, you just let these people get away with. Like, no one has a bar as high as, mine. And he told me, I'll never forget it. He told me it was because I had the potential. He said, because you have the potential to be better than all of them. Not that I'm a better person or anything by all of them, but sometimes you can just see it in people. You can see the potential in people that they don't see in themselves. And that's our job as leaders, to bring that out of those people. And that's the stage in life that I've been trying to go through. That's my shift. I've been learning how to stop selling and stop working a business and start living, if that makes sense. I live through my business. That's literally what we do. Is it hard? Yes, but it's simple. What we do is so simple that it's not about the IPAs anymore. It's not about waking up and getting the sales and getting this person in the computer. Yes, all of that is a part of the job. If you know how to do your job, then great, do your job. But I'm saying up here mentally, your focus should be how you're going to get that person to where they need to be. When I first ranked up, I was so happy for that VIP bonus that my first promoter got than I was for my own rank advancement. I was so happy that she was able to get that money and do what she needed to do for her kids. That's how you change lives. That's the business that I'm trying to grow into. That's the person that I'm trying to grow into. Not just, oh, well, she got a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's great, but there's more to it than that. So it's about bringing out the best in people, not the rest. And the moral of that story that I just told you all was, I want to let you know that you don't lose your character. Basically, what he was trying to show me that I felt like was, you don't lower your standards, because I started slacking on my job. I'm like, if you don't expect them to do that, I'm not going to do that. If you don't expect them to pull their weight, then I'm not pulling any extra weight. And the thing is, you don't allow someone else dragging to determine how you show up in your business and for your own personal life. Because at the end of the day, if your promoters are not working, they're not going to make your check. They're not going to make or break your check if you're working effectively and you're giving it your all. Your upline can't do it for you, neither can your downline. It's all in how you show up for yourself. So the moral of my story is, you shouldn't be more than or less than because of the people or what's going on around you. Basically, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all about how you show up for your damn self. So let me see. Spoke on that. Let it go. And another thing I want to speak on is, pour into yourself for where it's needed. Because I notice a lot of people do that. Like, we all get in these with the books, and all the leaders are reading this, so I'm going to read this, and then everybody is working on this particular area, and I'm going to work on that area. What if you don't need help in that area? What if mindset is not your struggle right now? If leadership is where you're struggling at, then leadership is what you should be pouring into. You should be getting books that are leadership focused. You should be rewatching Zooms, or listening to podcasts that are going to help you in that area for you to grow. There is no point in you going to get to know the comp plan, but you don't know how to lead the promoters that are underneath you. There is no point in you pouring into your mindset when your mindset is strong at the current stage in your business that you're in. You should be more worried about wherever it is that you feel like you're falling short. And I know it's a touchy subject and no one likes to talk about needing help and things, but you're going to need some help. You're not going to come from a brand promoter to 4K to 200K. I mean, I'm going to skip a whole lot of ranks, y'all. From to 12K to 40K to 80K to 200K and all the other Ks they're about to come up with without having some help or having some guidance along the way. Because there are things that I'm going to learn from Krissa that I cannot learn from Kiana. There are some things that Krissa is going to learn from Brittany, from M, from Katie, from whoever our 200Ks are, that an 80K can't teach her because they've already been there and done that. So you got to take all of those bits and pieces And me personally, I learn from everybody. I don't care if you're my upline, downline, sideline. I learn something from every single person on this Zoom. I can guarantee you there is something each one of y'all have taught me, because none of us are the same and we all show up differently. I learn stuff from my downline all the time, and I'm like, man, I never thought of it like that. And I'm grateful for that. Those are the type of people you should attract. People that you can learn from, people who intimidate you and make you want to level up, make you want to do better, because that's what's going to propel you forward to be a better leader for them. If you feel like your downline is showing up greater than you are, then that should propel you forward to not surpass or do better than, but for y'all to level out. It's called balance. It's not a competition. None of us are in a competition with each other. I don't care if you're going slow, fast, or you're just at a standstill like I was. We're all going to hit that, what's the word? I don't know. Is it plateau or whatever? But that's where you begin to pour into where it's needed. Not just, where you feel like what you're supposed to be talking about. If you don't feel like doing an op event or something like that, that's not what you feel called to do. You would rather go live and pour your heart out, well, then that's what you need to do. If you need to be going live every day instead of batching your content for your posts, then that's what you need to be doing. There is no right or wrong way to do this. And I feel like we all look side to side, and you get kind of in that not comparison mode, but you're like, okay, well, this is what they're doing and it's working for them. But your audience is not their audience, so there's no guarantee it's going to work for you. So you have to show up in a way that's going to be comfortable for you in the stage that you're in. And don't allow yourself to stay stuck there, because if you don't move your feet, no one can do it for you. No one can start or stop your business, and no one can make you greater than you already are. It was in there from the get. You just have to work on, I'm done reading now so I can take the specs off, y'all. You just have to get where you need to be up here. And once you get a hold of that, you just pour that out to the best of your ability. The same way that I am now. I'm telling y'all, these are the struggles. At first, it was how to show up for my business, how to grow consistency, how to show up. The quality of my pictures, the quality of the business. I had to learn the business. And once I got a hold of the business, then I had to master how not to quit on my business, how not to stop every time something got hard or someone told me no, or, I didn't get as many likes on this post. I didn't get any views on my live, like all of these things. I had to learn how to overcome all of that. That was a mindset issue. Most 88% of the time, I don't have mindset issues, but that's from all of this pouring into myself, podcasts repeatedly all day long, as much as needed, rewatching trainings to help me in the areas that I was struggling in. That comes from that. So now I'm looking into leadership. I want to know how to be the person that I need to be for the people that I want to be with me, the people that I want to take with me. I'm going to give you all this quote and then I'll leave you on that. The hardest thing you can ever do is allow people to see you as you really are. That was Walt Disney. Love the man. He always gives the greatest quotes, but it's true. Because a lot of you don't want to seem, I'm not saying a lot of you, like wherever you are is wherever you are, but preachy, know it all, whatever it is you struggle, where you struggle at, I don't, but don't let that dictate to how you show up for your business, because there is somebody, I guarantee you, if you have 3 people on your live, does it really matter that it was only 3 people on your live if one of those lives were changed? I really don't think your impact is found in the numbers. I think impact is found just in that impact. So if you're not making none out of fear of not reaching enough people, understand that you aren't going to reach anyone in the process of doing that. So that's all I got for y'all. And that felt a little red on the end, but I hope y'all know I say everything with love. I say it on my post when I get a little red or whatever. I'm like, I said it with love because it's true. And I only speak on things that I'm going through and things I feel like would help somebody, because everybody is going through someone. And if one person went through it, someone else is going through it. The same way all of the other moms in this business have came home to their kids, that was a struggle for somebody. It was a struggle for me. The same way someone needs to lose weight and they've tried all the things and no one knows how to make it work. That was a struggle for somebody. So if we don't get out of our comfort zone and talk about being uncomfortable with your body, being uncomfortable with yourself, where you struggling in your mindset or your leadership or whatever, and you just show up like Miss got her life together, you're going to miss the people who really need you because they're going to be intimidated by you because you have no humility. So, okay, Krista, if you want to jump in here, that's all I got.
I don't have anything to share. That was good. Covered everything. I hate them. I swear I can't stand them. I just can't. But no, that was good. It was really good. I mean, I was over here even taking notes. It's fine. But no, that was good. I hope you all have a great Tuesday. If you all still need to take a boomerang or a picture, you can do that. Let me stop the recording.